Doug Keck, and this is an EWTN Bookmark Brief. Just had the pleasure of talking with Dr. Ray Guarendi himself about his book, Thinking Like Jesus, The Psychology of a Faithful Disciple, proudly published by EWTN Publishing. And so, Dr. Ray, Thinking Like Jesus, Psychology of a Faithful Disciple. Give us an overview of this book.
Make You a More Appealing Christian looks at where psychology and Christianity collide or cooperate, where psychology can make you a more attractive, appealing, winsome person to others, and where it can hurt your Christian walk.
Well, let me ask you, on two sides of the coin, I'm assuming on some side you can get people who say, well, psychology should have nothing to do with being a Christian. What do you say to that?
Psychology has truth. Why wouldn't it? If it had no truth at all, it couldn't linger as long as it has. So it does have truth. But sometimes psychology doesn't recognize how it has built upon Christian truth.
And what do we say to people who say, well, I don't really need the Christian stuff, you go to church. It's basically kind of warmed over sociology and psychology these days anyway. Be nice to each other.
If there is a God, he knows the best way to live. And to the degree that psychology can agree with God, we got some good stuff.
Right.
To the degree we counter him, ultimately it causes anxiety and frustration, the very things we say we're not supposed to cause.
One of the big words you use in this book is how.
Big word, big word.
Why is that a big word in psychology?
Because it's formula. We have decided living a good life is full of formulas. You see it with parents whose kids have left the faith. How did I fail? How did I miss it? What happened? I did all the formulas. I did all the right things that I'm supposed to do, and my kids have left the faith. Everything is not how. Much of life is will, the resolve to do what is good and right.
Right. I've heard sometimes people say it's not the why issue you got to deal with, it's the what. In a sense, what do I do now with that situation? Right?
I always tell people, I can give you all the reasons why you do what you do. What's that tell you? You're not going to go out and change just because you know why you smoke, just because you know why you're 120 pounds overweight. I gave you all the reasons.
Right. And that's where the will comes in.
Absolutely.
And the resolve. And do you really want to change? And isn't the problem many times most people don't really want to change?
And that is how I spend 80% of my time in therapy, trying to convince people that it's good for them to change.
And that's why people should read Thinking Like Jesus, The Psychology of a Faithful Disciple by the one and only Dr. Ray Guarendi, available through our EWTN Religious Catalog. Look for the entire interview coming soon right here on EWTN's network. And this has been a Bookmark Brief, and I'm Doug Keck. Thanks for joining us.